our hope is to get to a higher rate of 60%. With some clubs and things that are starting up. We've had a few new teams start up this year with some individual things and some new opportunities that are going to be presented. So girls baseball started this year, and it's going to move forward to TV rock play. I want to say a special thanks to all of our coaches. This list is a tremendous list of volunteer coaches that you have on staff. All these people get involved in a variety of sports. They help out with all the teams. They're mentors, they're leaders, they're role models that provide constant leadership for the kids at St. Joseph's High School. So thank you to all of our on-staff coaches. As you can see, they go through the variety of different sports, fall, winter, and spring. Another special note is our volunteer coaches. We have a tremendous community that helps in a variety of different ways. You can see the list of coaches that volunteer and help throughout the course of the year. Again, we thank them for their dedication, their leadership, and their guidance. Their involvement in the school is second to none, and their dedication to this building is second to none. Moving on, I'd like to get to our Level 1 and Level 2 participation winners. But before we get to our Level 1 and Level 2 participation winners, I want to recognize some of the athletes on the screen that have achieved tremendous point totals. So in a quick summary, you gain points by participating in school teams, clubs, the different sports, the major sports and minor sports that go on throughout the year. You get a variety of different points. So if you're playing on a major sport like basketball, you gain 15 points. If you go on to TV Raw, you gain more points. That extends out to our robotics, our concert band, the dramatic performance that was on this year. All those points go towards accomplishment throughout the course of the year. It's Level 1, Level 2 participation levels. The students you see in grade 9 have received above 50 points this year. Nevaeh Facey, Samara Juman, Indiana McLaughlin, Brittany Goudet, Georgia Kennington, Max Bolt, Landon Evangelinos, Andrew Siemens, Andy Spicer, and Ethan Wilkinson for grade 9. So that's a tremendous accomplishment in 1 year. Congratulations to our grade 9. In grade 10, we have, again, a tremendous accomplishment. All these people received above 60 points. Martina Wu, Marley Slatt, Jane Hewitt, Victoria Romanowski, Nathan Tetley, Quinn Wilson, Evan Johnson, I'm going to say Daniel E., Jan Vanzanilla, Landon Richardson, Owen Luxon. Congratulations to all of our participation points received 55 or above. Melissa Gillies, Violas Garcia, Siddharth, Adrian McLaughlin, Mohammed Akram, Ben Santiago, Ava Gia, McKenna Evangelinos, Kate Thorogood, Leah Wolfman, Hannah Zacharias, DeMarco Bateman. Congratulations. And last year, grade 12 winners, again, tremendous accomplishment. Flourish Moore, Thomas Vu, Abigail Ferris, Lucas Wall, Sean O'Corey, Hannah Slatt, Michael Carroll, Ixon Akram, Curtis Correa, Samuel E., Ty Emery, and Mason Morrow. I would like to call upon Ms. Berry to come up to present our major participation award winners. If you can hand out their certificates. When you see or hear your name, please come forward to receive your certificate. If you are seeing this live stream, please come down to get your certificate. So to receive our Level 1 Participation Award winners, these students have accomplished 125 points. That means they've been involved in multiple activities throughout the course of the school year and throughout their school year. We have tremendous accomplishments in grade 10. Martino Vu, 205 points. Marley Slatt, 140 points. Jane Hewitt, 125. And Victoria Rowanowski, 125 points. If you are here or if you are on screen somewhere in the classroom, please come down to receive your level 1 participation. In grade 10, this is Barry's braver than I am. Siddharth K. McKenna Evangelinos, Siddharth, 185 points. McKenna, 155 points. Violas Garcia, 140 points. Please come forward. Leah Volkman, 140 points. Hannah Zacharias, 135. Tyler Perot, 135. Max Gaspar, 135. Sheraya Wilson, 130. And Luke Van Gorp, 125 points. Please come forward to receive your level 1 participation level. Thank you. And lastly, our grade 12s to receive their level 1 participation level: Elizabeth Ayers, Luke McKillop, Gavin Pennington, Damari Maitland, Abigail Barton, Hudson Ells, Allie Rickwood, Mason Morrow, Emily Blackhall, Serena Hippolyte, Ainsley Broderick, Finn Love Van Dyke, Maya Hand, and Aurora Martinez. Please come forward. Our level 2 major participation points total is 200. If you have received more than 200 points, you'll see that this list is significantly smaller. I'll call upon all winners. In grade 11, we only have 3 people: Melissa Gillies, Ava Gia, and Adrian McLaughlin. In grade 12, Flourish Demore, Abigail Ferris, Lucas Wall, Sean O'Corey, Hannah Slatt, Brooklyn Rosecam, and Michael Carroll. Please come forward. This is a tremendous accomplishment, 200 points over their high school career. Congratulations. And on a special note, over their careers, highest point total so far goes to Thomas Booth, 330 points. Flores, 265 points. Abigail Ferris, 240. And Lucas Wall, 235 points. What a tremendous careers they've had. Ladies and gentlemen, I know we're speeding through things. I'd love for your attention because we're moving on to our major awards part of the ceremony. I would like to call upon Mr. Sibley to present our first award. This is our Joshua Award, and he will have an introduction for that.
Good morning, everyone. It's my honor to present the Joshua Award to the first-year students who actively participated in athletics and extracurricular activities and were visibly supportive of school activities. Today, I'd like to welcome Jerry Botno to represent the Botno family and to present these awards for us. So what does it mean when we put on this RAM? What does it mean to be a RAM to you? It's given me a chance to reflect over the last day or so when asked to present this award. I'd like everyone to take a moment. Of what best describes a RAM? One word, one adjective. As a former student and now a teacher, it's given me a moment of pause. For me, those words could be someone who is uplifting, encouraging, spirited, faithful, hardworking, trustworthy, and honest. Our Joshua Award is given to those students voted on by your teachers who believe have best exemplified all of that positivity of those words that you just thought of by yourself. All of that positivity that means to be a RAM. In memory of Joshua Botno, would have loved to be a RAM, but never had the chance to follow in his siblings' footsteps. It was stressed by his parents, Paul and Janet Botno, that the deserving student also be considered a neat kid. Please join me in congratulating this year's deserving recipients on behalf of the family to be Indiana McLaughlin, Georgia Kennington, and Gio Carlo Garcia.
The Botno family has a long tradition at St. Joe's. And in Paul's honor, who was a former vice principal of the school, for a number of years, we have a Paul Botno Award. I'd like to call upon Ms. Becerra to present this award to our deserving recipients.
This award celebrates students whose impact on our school has been diverse, unique, and multifaceted. This year's recipients are the kind of students who quietly transform every space they enter. They are creative, kind, motivated, and inspiring to their peers. They'll insist that they aren't creative, yet somehow manage to overflow with imagination and ideas in everything they touch. Since arriving in grade 9, they've shaped our school community in ways many never realized. Together, they have created sets for the last 4 of our drama productions, been members of our robotics team, poured their talents into every winter art show and spring arts night. Individually, they've mentored junior students. One mentored elementary students in robotics at our feeder schools, and the other mentored elementary students in art at the St. Thomas Art Gallery. It's been a pleasure to watch them come out of their shells over their high school careers and change as individuals. One of these award winners has pushed herself far beyond traditional art and her own comfort zones to become a largely self-taught animator and digital creator. The other emerged from backstage as a set designer to step on stage as an actress for the first time this year. Together, they've collaborated to become artists and creators whose work has been recognized locally, provincially, and even globally, but never formally acknowledged here at our own school. In a way, that fits them perfectly. They've always been go big or go home, and they certainly went big. Like the time they spent 18 months painting 100 different ramps for our school's 100th anniversary celebration. What you might not know is how far their creativity has reached. They designed a commemorative artwork for the Ontario Legion and earned provincial recognition and publication of their work. They produced a video storytelling piece that won the International Google Community Award and helped secure our school a berth at the Vex Robotics World Championships in Dallas, Texas. Finally, they created an animated feature celebrating inspiring Canadian women in STEM, an achievement that earned them not just publication, but personal acknowledgement from Canada's first female astronaut, Roberta Bondar. These accomplishments alone would be remarkable, but what sets them apart is the way they always openly encourage and appreciate the work of other artists. They make our school a better place by being part of it. Collectively known as the A-Team, it's my absolute honor to present the award to 2 exceptional students, Ariel and Marianne Randall.
We have made some modifications because of the growth of our school. We've added a grade 9 and a grade 11 athlete of the year this year. Because we have so many more students, when I started here in 1997, there was 450 kids. I think the last enrollment said that we are going to be at 1025 next year in enrollment. So, without further ado, I'd like to call upon Ms. Butler to present Ms. Butler to present the female grade 9 athlete of the year, and Mr. Lemon to present the grade 9 male athlete of the year.
Hello everyone, it is my pleasure to introduce our grade 9 female athlete of the year. Congratulations to the nominees for this award. Your athleticism and attitude are outstanding and you should be proud of your achievements. As stated, this award is presented to a junior female student who has demonstrated active participation across multiple sports, displays athletic ability, upholds sportsmanship, and demonstrates team leadership within their sports. This athlete has made an impact across multiple sports, cross country, hockey, and soccer. I had the pleasure of coaching her in both hockey and soccer. She is hardworking, consistently putting the effort in at practices, games, and when no one is watching. Mrs. Berry was told by a neighbor, "You "You need to find this athlete." From that moment, she knew she was special. She has proven it every step of the way. She's quickly discovered that cross-country success comes from discipline, pacing, and resilience. Her growth showed in a 5th place finish at TVR Tri-County and helping lead our novice girls to a 1st place team result. She was also an integral part of a team that came heartbreakingly close to qualifying to OPSA, missing by just 6 points. She brings a positive attitude, always showing up with a smile that lifts up her teammates and creates a positive environment. She would get ripped off, she would get tripped or hooked, pop right back up laughing, and immediately battle for the puck again. In soccer, she'll ace it from outside of the 18, the top corner, and she will still be so humble and praise her teammates for setting up the play. I spoke with our coaching staff for soccer, Mr. Pava, Mr. Lamb, and Ms. Berkins, and they all agree that she always has a positive attitude, a relentless work ethic, and we can count on her mom when we had a flat tire on the way to a tournament. Turns out she's just as clutch off the field as her kid is on it. Mr. Ferrer and Mr. Granger mentioned that even though she's always smiling, she can be very sneaky and aggressive, using her body to protect the puck, and this also carries over to the soccer pitch. She's deceptive and keeps her opponents on their toes. What stands out most, however, is her coachability. She listens, applies feedback, and she embraces challenges. When she makes a mistake, she doesn't shy away. Instead, she asks questions, seeks guidance, and she works to improve. That mindset is the foundation of true growth. She's truly a kind of athlete that every good coach hopes for. There's a common theme about this athlete. You need her on your team. Her dedication, resilience, and team-first attitude makes her a deserving recipient of this award and a wonderful role model for her peers. As a grade 9, we're excited to see how her high school athletic career unfolds. Please join me in congratulating our grade 9 female athlete of the year, Andy Spicer.
Congrats, Andy, well deserved. And now for the grade 9 male athlete of the year. It's my pleasure to present this award to someone that has made an impact across multiple teams, demonstrating versatility, toughness, and leadership well beyond his years. On the football field, he played 2 demanding positions, H-back on offense and linebacker on defense. As an H-back, he brought power and precision, blocking with grit and determination. On defense, as a linebacker, he was relentless, reading plays, delivering strong tackles, and anchoring the team's defense. His ability to switch roles and excel on both sides of the ball speaks to his football IQ and to his work ethic. On the basketball court, this athlete took on the role of power forward, where his physical presence, relentless rebounding, and shooting ability made a major difference for his team. Whether it was winning physical battles, leading the team in scoring, or guarding an opponent half a foot taller than him, he consistently gave his team an edge. The only thing that seemed to slow this athlete down this year was frostbite. A gentle reminder to everyone here not to leave home without your house key, especially in the dead of winter. What truly sets this athlete apart is not just what he does in games, it's how he approaches every practice, every drill, every moment as part of the team. He competes hard, supports his teammates, and represents the culture of St. Joe's athletics with respect and a positive attitude. It is clear that this athlete has a bright future ahead, and we are excited to see what he will accomplish in the years to come at St. Joe's. Congratulations to our grade 9 male athlete of the year, Quinton Herbert.
Junior Athlete of the Year will be presented by Mr. Fox and Mr. Rayner. We'll start with Mr. Fox, please.
Good morning. It's my pleasure to present this year's Junior Athlete of the Year to a very deserving candidate, someone that I really enjoyed working with this year. Annalise Verbruggen. Annalise is the kind of athlete every coach hopes to have. As an offset basketball medalist while still in grade 10 and a standout volleyball player, she's already achieved success at a high level. But what makes her truly special is her drive to keep improving. She brings energy, intensity, and grit to every practice and every game. She studies the game, learns quickly, and is always willing to take on new challenges. When the moment is biggest, she wants the ball. She wants the responsibility, wants to compete against the other team's best players. Anna is also a tremendous teammate. She works closely with her coaches, her teammates, leads by example, and makes everyone around her better. No matter the sport, she's committed to perfecting her craft and giving her best effort every day. For her dedication, her competitiveness, leadership, and outstanding athletic achievements, please join me in congratulating our Junior Athlete of the Year.
St. Joseph's Catholic High School is an educational institution that has been in existence since 1925. Since that time, its graduates have gone on to be leaders in innovation, politics, economics, business, history, athletics, mathematics, and science, just to name a few. This school is the perfect embodiment of our Ontario Catholic graduate expectations, because many of the students who pass through these halls are discerning believers, effective communicators, they're creative, self-directed, collaborative, caring, and responsible citizens. This year, I've been asked to present the Junior Male Athlete of the Year Award to someone who perfectly reflects all the qualities that I just mentioned. I first heard about this young man when he was in grade 8. His qualities on the basketball court were already well known. At that time, I could only hope that the long history of basketball success at St. Joe's would appeal to him as a great landing spot for grade 9. Fortunately for us, he made the right decision and came to St. Joe's. Like many students in grade 9, football is one of the first sports that the students have a chance to participate in. And although most of us feel his best sport is basketball, he chose to play football first. I happen to also be one of the football coaches, and I can say without hesitation that he dominated that sport, playing on both sides of the ball at tight end and D end. He scored touchdowns on offense, but I think it was his defense where he was a game changer, disrupting the backfield and making huge tackles. In basketball, I also coached him there. He played senior basketball this year in grade 10. His skills are second to none. His height is deceiving because you think he's just simply one type of player, but he's not. He's a rare talent because he excels both inside the paint and outside of the three-point line. As a grade 10 playing senior basketball, he was an integral part of this year's senior team, winning both the TV Raw and WASA championships and placing 5th at OFSA. I've also taught him in grade 10 history, and he does all these great things in sports and still maintains a high academic average. I'm not sure where this young man's plans are for next year, but I know that whatever he does, he'll be successful both on and off the court. It gives me great pleasure to announce this year's Junior Male Athlete of the Year, Mason Cal.
awards this year is a grade 11 athlete of the year. We wanted to celebrate all of our athletes and give everyone a great opportunity to embrace all that they've done this year. I'd like to call upon Mr. Fox and Mr. Lamb again to present these.
Clearly, I've been blessed this year to be able to work with some great athletes. So back I am for the grade 11 Athlete of the Year. And this award recognizes excellence in athletics, leadership, and character. And this year's recipient exemplifies all three. We've seen her name a couple times already today. Melissa Gillies has had an outstanding year, earning an OFSA basketball medal, competing at OFSA in golf, and contributing to our volleyball and badminton programs as well. Her athletic achievements are impressive, but what truly sets her apart is her leadership. Melissa leads by example. Her commitment and work ethic are a major reason her teams find success. She gives everything she has to every game, every practice, every workout. Her teammates respect her because she consistently gives her best effort and always puts the team first. While she may not be the tallest or biggest player on the floor, she certainly plays that way, consistently out-rebounding opponents through her determination, toughness, and effort. All of her coaches would agree she is a dynamo. Melissa is not only an exceptional student athlete, but an amazing person who represents her school with pride, humility, and class in everything she does. For her outstanding accomplishments, leadership, and dedication to sport, it's my pleasure to present the Grade 11 Athlete of the Year Award to Melissa Gillies.
All right, good morning again. Our grade 11 male winner has made his presence felt across 3 different teams and in 3 very different roles. On the football field, he lined up on the defensive side of the ball. As a shutdown cornerback, it was his responsibility to provide blanket coverage on the other team's best receiver. He also put in time at receiver, kick returner, and safety, showing his versatility and willingness to take on whatever role the team needed. When soccer season came around, he played on the wing or up front, where his speed and work ethic caused problems for defenders all year. Now, I should mention his ability to create chances was outstanding. His ability to finish those chances, well, I don't know, we might got a couple of thank you cards from opposing goalies. But in all seriousness, his effort and unselfish play set the standard for the rest of the team. During basketball season, he took on one of the toughest roles in sports, point guard. As the floor general, he controlled the tempo, made his teammates better, and most importantly, became one of the vocal leaders on a team that won a WASA championship and fell just short of their goal of winning OFSA, losing to the eventual champs. And as anyone who watched that team knows, his leadership was not quiet. In fact, if you've ever been his teammate, you probably had at least one, we'll call it spirited discussion with him. But here's the thing, those moments never came from ego, at least I don't think so. They came from a place of wanting to win, to push his teammates, and to bring out their best. Sure, he might argue with you in the moment, but a few plays later, he's the first one encouraging you, setting you up for success, and making sure you stay locked in. That combination, high expectations, relentless energy, and genuine care for his team is what makes him special. This athlete doesn't just show up, he competes, he leads, and he leaves every team he's on better than he found it. Congrats to our grade 11 male athlete of the year, DeMarco Maitland.
Michelle was a former student at St. Joseph, tragically passed away in a car accident much too early. She was described as honest, compassionate, and generous. Generous enough to ask a young St. Joseph's teacher, yours truly, to fill in for her partner in our annual indoor golf classic. It's with great pride that I share with you. Our names are together, forever etched on the green jacket in the Fazette area. Michelle holds a very special place in my heart. I'd like to call upon Mr. Schweitzer to present the female Michelle Stewart Sampson Award winners.
Good morning. Those criteria that are on the board before describe the kind of student athlete that keeps us teachers and coaches coming to work every day. While I have not actually coached the first recipient, she displayed those characteristics in my physics class, which is a very difficult course to get through over the past 2 years. And I was not surprised to hear that her cross-country and soccer coaches saw the exact same strengths, especially teamwork. In cross-country, she helped her team qualify for offset each of the 4 years she was here, which is an incredible accomplishment for her and her cohort. She was also a member of our extremely competitive girls soccer team for each of her years at St. Joe's. She worked hard each of her first 3 years and was rewarded with a lot more playing time in her final season. Sadie Doswell is an excellent example of what it means to be a student athlete, and we are very confident she will succeed next year at Trent University. Our second recipient is an athlete I've gotten to know very well over the past 4 years, in which I've coached her through 6 different sports seasons. In girls rugby, she made our playoff roster for Wassa back in 2023 despite being grade 9. 4 years later, she's become an absolutely dominant rugby player, is nominated for the league's player of the year, and will be playing for Laurier University next year. She's probably the most physically fit athlete I've ever coached, and that's a credit to her work ethic. I only wish I had the drive that she did to stay in shape. After nagging her throughout grade 10, she brought us close to the wrestling team as well for the past 2 years, quickly learning technique and beating club athletes who had much more experience than her, culminating in a 5th place finish at offset this year. Congratulations, Nicola Vasson and Sadie Dawson.
And I'd like to call upon Mr. Reading to present the male Michelle Stewart Sampson Award winners.
It's an honor to present this year's Michelle Stewart Sampson scholarships to 2 male student athletes that are both very deserving. They are multi-sport athletes and both have grade 12 averages above 87%. They participated in sports they played their whole life and also pursued new athletic goals that were new to them. I have had the privilege of both teaching and coaching both of these athletes, and seeing their consistent and relentless pursuit of their goals has been a privilege. Both of these athletes are, in a word, stoic. Some might view them as being quiet or grumpy or too serious. I view it as being locked in and steadfast in their beliefs. Congratulations, this year's winners, Ixon and Mason.
is our Senior Athlete of the Year. I'd like to call upon Ms. Berry and Mr. Kukowski to present first our female, secondly our male award winner.
It's an honor to recognize this year's Senior Female Athlete of the Year, a decision the committee arrived at in mere seconds. Flourish Moore is, quite simply, one of the most decorated athletes in St. Joe's history. Over her high school career, she has qualified for an incredible 9 offices. 4 in cross country, 3 in track and field, and 2 in wrestling. That kind of excellence across that many sports is something truly rare. Her journey makes it even more meaningful. In cross country, Flourish went from being the 4th runner on the team in grade 9 to one of the lead runners in grade 12, becoming a cornerstone of a program that reached OFSA as a team 4 consecutive years. On the track, she stood on the OFSA start line of the 800-meter final this year, most certainly the only athlete to not be a club athlete who trains 80 kilometers or more a year. She ran a personal best of 2 minutes and 14 seconds twice around the track. That's a time that even my daughter-in-law, who has represented Canada in long distance running, has never run. In wrestling, she trained with near perfect commitment, constantly looking to improve, and finished 6th in the province at OFSA after a series of hard-fought matches. And this year, she added rugby to her already remarkable resume, immediately making an impact with thunderous tackles and game-changing speed. But beyond the results, it's Flourish's story that stands out. It has been my privilege to watch her arrive in grade 9, adjusting to a new school and a new community, and truly embrace every opportunity placed in front of her. Through sport, she found her place. And in doing so, she showed all of us what athletic excellence looks like. Now, I would be remiss if I did not mention one thing that I won't miss. Flourish's consistent ability to be just a little bit late. But what I will miss far more is her energy, her resilience, and the way she showed up when it mattered most, ready to compete, ready to grow, ready to perform when it mattered most, and always ready to give her best. Flourish, your legacy here is one of determination, courage, and constant growth. You have set a standard that will inspire athletes at St. Joe's for years to come. It is with great pride that I recognize you for the 2nd consecutive year as our Senior Female Athlete of the Year.
I have the distinct privilege of presenting this year's Senior Athlete of the Year award. This specific honor requires a rare level of versatility, dedication, and pure athletic dominance. I've had the opportunity to coach this young man in both 2 of my passionate sports, football and rugby, for the last 3 years, and I just can't wait to see what lays ahead of him as he moves forward as a grade 11 or grade 12. On the football field, as a rookie of the senior team, he demonstrated incredible vision, leadership, and power to drive the team forward. On the wrestling mat, he showed unmatched individual grit, discipline, and mental toughness to look an opponent in the eye and refuse to back down. On the rugby pitch, where football meets wrestling, he combined all those skills, showcasing continued endurance, relentless teamwork, and true physical courage. To dominate 3 sports that demand so much physical and mental strength is an extraordinary achievement. This student athlete stood out in 3 sports this year, being recognized as a TAVR All-Star by his peers in 2 of the 3 sports that he chose to play. It's also worth mentioning that this young man could have been a strong contributor on the senior boys officer basketball team as well, but chose to wrestle in the winter instead of play one of his passion sports, basketball. Yes, he embodies the very definition of determination, hard work, and commitment to improve daily. Please join me in congratulating our senior officer.
Our final award for today is our most honored award. The Tommy White Award honors the athlete who's contributed the most over their entire high school career. Tommy White was a longtime instructor at the school. He was asked by the Sisters of St. Joseph's to run a phys ed program downtown. He was a store owner, and he committed himself. There's a wonderful photo Mr. Riotti has up in a moment that he dedicated over 75 years ago, our first Athlete of the Year award. So this is our highest honor, and I'd like to call upon Ms. Berry and Mr. Rader to present the female and male Tommy White Award.
I'm emotional. It's truly a privilege to present the Tommy White Award to someone who not only meets the criteria, but truly elevates it. Abby Ferris. Each year, we recognize a student who exemplifies leadership, sportsmanship, skill, positive attitude. But every so often, and not that often, a student comes along who leaves a deeper mark on a school. Someone who strengthens its culture and sets a lasting standard for everyone else to aspire to. Abby is a standout St. Joe's graduate who has made this community better simply by being in it. I've had the privilege of teaching, coaching, and having her as a peer tutor in my class. And what defines her is not just her incredible athletic success, but her consistency of character, her humility, and her concern for others. She has every reason to be very boastful and almost conceited, and she is none of those things. And yet, she's also a fierce and relentless competitor. When the stakes are high, you can count on Abby to rise to the occasion. She did that in WASA and also cross country and soccer. In cross country, Abby was the steady force behind a historic team, helping lead St. Joe's to 4 consecutive offset appearances, and twice being part of that team coming fourth in the entire province. Abby modeled selflessness every day, building a culture that was rooted in trust, accountability, and a shared purpose. Abby, along with Alex, Flourish, Sadie, and Claire, had this unwavering commitment to each other. It was so much bigger than all of those girls on their own, racing as though the team was so much more important than any of their individual finishes. In soccer, Abby's excellence was recognized across the league as she was named the TV Raw Southeast Miss Soccer, given to only one female soccer player in the entire league. But more importantly, she has been a leader since grade 9, someone who gave everything she had, balancing demanding club commitments without ever compromising her school team. And she made every one of her teammates better by holding them and herself to a high standard. In volleyball, she was described as incredibly passionate, determined, a stellar role model, and proof that no matter where she competed, Abby brought out the best in others, a common theme we're hearing in all three sports. But what truly sets Abby apart is her care for people, her care for her teammates, her coaches. She has mentored dozens of teammates, creating a culture where everyone felt valued, supported, and included. Whether organizing a fundraiser so that her cross-country team could go to Ottawa, or contributing across the school community whenever she was asked for open houses or anything, Abby consistently chose to lift others up. In the classroom, she matches this excellence with discipline, maturity, and a genuine commitment for learning. In my 35 years of teaching, I can say that students like Abby Ferris do not come along every year. They are rare and they leave a lasting legacy. Abby didn't just succeed at St. Joe's, she elevated it. It's with my immense pride that I present the Tommy White Award to Abby Ferris.
I feel very privileged today because not only do I get to talk about two very deserving students, but for the very first time I'm given the speech for the Tommy White Award. My dad graduated from St. Joe's. He played basketball here in Wawassa in his graduation year. Mr. White came to St. Joe's the year after my dad graduated and stayed until 1980, I believe. I think that anyone living in Elgin County in the last 75 years knows of Mr. White's legend as a coach or has some great story to tell about him. Heck, we even named the gymnasium in his honor. So being connected to this award is special, to say the least. This year's recipient of the Tommy White Award was recognized as Mr. Basketball from TV Rock earlier this spring. That award is given to the most outstanding male senior basketball player in the region. The recipient must have achieved to the limit of their potential and shall represent himself, his coaches, his school, and the sport of basketball in a positive manner during his basketball career. Ironically, this young man didn't have the greatest start to his basketball career as he broke his femur in his very first game. We all know, however, that it is not how you start, how you finish that counts. The following year, he came back stronger than ever and never looked back. He played almost 30 minutes a game on most nights, never coming off the floor until the game was in hand. He was recognized as an all-star MVP in most of the tournaments that we competed in. His inspiring play led our team to a 34-7 overall record, a Wawassa championship, and a 5th place finish at Ofsa, with our only loss coming against the eventual gold medalist, Kennedy High School from Windsor. He was leaned on heavily this year to score using multiple shot selections, jumpers, fadeaways, floaters, dunks, and ironically, even three-pointers. He works extremely hard in school in all areas, and he commits himself to it. He's a leader both on and off the court. He plays on multiple sports teams in high school, including football, basketball, and badminton. He's one of the most determined, vocal, and hardest working players that I've ever coached. In the fall, he will be taking his special talents to the University of Windsor, hopefully playing basketball there for the Lancers. It gives me, and I can say without hesitation, anyone that has ever coached him, great pleasure in awarding this year's Tommy White Award to Sean McCord.
thanks to the Tommy White Foundation, the Friends of St. Joseph's, the Corey Stewart, and the Sampson family for their continued support. I want to thank Mr. Riotti for the images that you saw and keeping us on track. I want to thank Mr. Leeds for all of his efforts in calculating all of the points and totals for all 1,000 of our students. I would like to ask that all major award winners please stay on the stage for some photos afterwards. We can have a mass photo. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for all of your patience again, and thank you to all the coaches for all that they've done this year. It's been a tremendous year.
Before we let you go, we would be remiss if we did not take this opportunity to recognize Mr. Ursick, who has chosen to retire at the end of this year. Mr. Ursick, 30 years or close to 30 years is a long time to leave a mark on a school, and your impact on St. Joe's is impossible to measure. Over those years, you have served as a teacher, a coach, a mentor, a department head, an athletic director, a colleague, and a friend to many of us. While each role is important, perhaps your greatest legacy in your eyes will be that you brought football to St. Joe's. The thousands of volunteer hours that you devoted to that program were never just about football. They reflected your belief that sport could help young people develop into resilient, hardworking, collaborative individuals. And nearly 3 decades later, we can see that belief reflected in countless students whose lives were shaped by your guidance and who come back to be a part of your program. Your ability to balance teaching, coaching, and the demanding role of athletic director was remarkable. Many have wondered how one person could accomplish so much while maintaining such a strong commitment to student school life. We've also wondered how someone with fingers that resemble breakfast sausages managed to type so many emails, reports, schedules, eligibility lists over the years. It remains one of the great mysteries of St. Joe's. Students also learned very quickly that while you were always willing to teach them, mentor them, and support them, you were equally interested in reminding them that you could still take them down in dodgeball, in the weight room, on the badminton court. Retirement may finally give the students a fighting chance. Your legacy is not only found in teams, championships, or programs, but in the character, and in the character of the young people that you have led. Congratulations, Mr. Ursick, on a well-earned retirement. Best wishes in the years to come.
This quickly with just a simple thing because I'll get too emotional. I started my educational career at St. Joseph's Elementary in Brampton. I couldn't be more proud to end it at St. Joseph's in St. Thomas, Ontario. Thank you very much.
Again, all the major award winners, please stay behind. That's anyone from the Joshua Award to the Tommy White Award. And if you would be so kind as to stack chairs 5 high, it would make it easy for people to clean up and get ready for lunch. Thank you, everyone.